Yeah,
Right.
it's been a minute and a half, I think, since we did this.
But we're back.
Yeah, so we're going to call it season 2 since we've been fucking off and not doing podcasts.
Yeah. And
But
fucking off we mean by wheeling.
yeah, we do have, somewhat of an excuse.
What you got going on over there?
A
lot of movement.
Some Instagram stuff.
Instagram.
Yeah.
Shout out to Lori and the Cayman Jack Margarita.
So we've been out.
We have been out.
Like the Johnny Cash song, right? I've been everywhere, man. We've been driving. We went
About
to
2,500 miles.
Yeah, we went out to Utah, and then we drove back and went to Mason, Texas. So,
Boomer Bash 2025 and the Great American Crawl.
Mm-hmm.
So, I think we're going to recap it a little bit, talk about some of the trails we did, good times.
The Boomer Bash was fun.
It was a good time. Thank you, Jeremy, for A, getting older, and B, inviting us. It was a good time.
Yeah, I had a lot of fun. So we were out there for 3 days in the hurricane area.
Experienced every type of good and bad weather all in 3 days.
So for those of you who are not experienced, as like many states, there are local pronunciations of common words that are not familiar to people outside the area. But it is not pronounced hurricane. It is pronounced hurricane. Yeah? Like Madrid, New Mexico.
Prescott.
Yeah. Anyway, what did we do? We did 3 days out there. So the first day we were on Sand Mountain. We did Nasty Half, a trail called Armageddon, which we had not done, which was gnarly and fun, pretty cool. And then we did the Fallen. So Armageddon was brand new. We'd done the other ones before. On the second day, we went out to Gunlock, which is about an hour away. And we did a trail called the Squeeze.
It was a good trail. I think we were pretty comfortable on it because there was a lot of wheeling like what we do.
Mm-hmm.
Waterfalls, ledges. Right? That was our kind of wheeling.
Yeah, ledges were new. You don't have that at Sound Hollow, right? You have, but yeah, those vertical, jagged rock ledges. Those are, yeah. And I got a little lesson in size.
Physics, size, measuring. I don't know. Right?
My physics lesson, I think, came in Arrowhead Canyon. But yeah, trying to squeeze my plus-sized Jeep
through something it shouldn't have been
through a petite little
squeeze.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a good trail. It was they're brained recently, or there's water everywhere.
Yeah, there's water. Yeah, it was fun. It was super cool. And the third day we did Arrowhead Canyon.
That was a cool trail.
Super cool.
Yeah.
Dominguez Falls, and we ended the day with Chain Reaction. Got some redemption on that, which was, because we did Chain Reaction without bypassing the first two gnarly obstacles, which is cool. And then, that's really, I think, a credit for Kevin.
Yeah, it was great. It took us quite a bit of work, but man, Kevin helped us get there, figure out the lines, scared the shit out of me, backing me up when I thought I was going to drop off. But
yeah, it was fun.
It was a good time.
Super fun. And, we were out with some really cool people. A lot of people we hadn't met before. Some that we hadn't
wheeled with for years. Right? Shane we hadn't seen since
hole in the rock.
2020, I think, is what we figured.
Yeah.
Yeah. So 5 years, right? So it was good to see him. Yeah. So good trip. What else? What else do we have on that trip? So that was the first part of our trip, our driving.
Yeah, and then we split from there and headed back east and ended up in Mason, Texas. Did the Great American Crawl. We did a day at Wolf Caves and a day at Contempsey. We didn't do the full meal deal, you know.
Yeah.
Which was good. I mean, it was good having a day in between. You know, we stopped in Albuquerque. I tightened a bunch of bolts, you know, which is good.
Yeah. I found a couple things that needed to be addressed and get ready again. It was nice to take a break and do some laundry. And
then we headed back out and... Mason was great.
No catastrophes for us, which was great.
Yeah, that was really crazy, right? We did 2 events back to back and didn't break anything.
Right. We wheeled for 5 days, 5 solid days. And, well, I'm not going to say we came out unscathed, but we didn't break any major components.
Yeah, I was going to say because we wheel but there's nothing I can say after that that's not going to offend somebody. We sometimes wheel in a pusillanimous fashion. Go ahead and look that up.
Yeah, I don't know. And a boxer? Is that a boxer? Pusilist?
Pusillanimous is where the term pussy comes from.
Oh, boy. Like a willow?
It's not... People mistakenly think that it refers to the part of, a female anatomy, and it's not. It comes from the word pusillanimous, which means timid, meek. So it's really, it's not the insult, the misogynist insult that people think it is. So there's your vocabulary lesson for tonight's podcast.
Boy. All right.
Moving on.
Circling back around. All right. So this is, we'll start from the back and work our way to the front. I don't know. That's so funny. So we've been to Wolf Caves and Contempsey now.
Well, you've been to Wolf Caves several times.
Yeah, I've been there several
This is my second time there.
So you've been to both twice now.
Mm-hmm.
Is there a park you like better? Still,
man, they're surprisingly, I think they're kind of unique, right? I mean, the rock's similar, but I would say, Wolf Caves is condensed, very compact, and so you can get. And not that you can't get this at K2, but it just seems to be more like you can sit in a spot in your rig and you can look around and you can see, because it's so condensed. Like, you can have, hard, moderate, difficult, extreme lines, like all in front of you at the same time. So I don't know if one's preferable. I think you can get a lot done in a short amount of time at Wolf Caves. But if you like longer trails, then I think it's K2.
Yeah.
They're both fantastic. I mean, shit, man. That granite, it's like, I don't know how to describe it. It's like if you took the surface of the slick rock in Utah and blew it up under a microscope, so it was like really grippy. I think that rock is super. Like you can really get into some technical stuff, and that because you have that traction and climbs, much like Sand Hollow, that you just don't get here.
Right. It's different. It's a long drive.
Yeah, but
for
I
us.
don't know. I mean, I'm finding the more I do it, the easier it is. It's still long, but it's not like brutishly long.
Yeah, and the way you went and the way we came back, I think it's an easier drive than the way I went, for sure.
Like the last time we went out to Mason, we split it.
Yeah.
And then going out this time, it's like, that's crazy. Why did we do that? But I think it's because...
I think we wheeled half the day, though, didn't we? Or did we not?
On the Sunday we did.
Yeah.
We were there half a day.
Yeah, so it made it a little bit different. Okay, so yeah, I would agree. I think the parks are similar. They're both great. I think it's really great for people that live there or live close to it to get out to be able to get to somewhere like that with that kind of wheeling.
Well, it's great for Texas.
Yeah,
period. I mean. Because there's not a lot of public land out there. Like here, man, we're really fortunate. We have. It's like the total opposite. We have tons and tons of public land that's legal to wheel on. There, I think the state of Texas only has like 2% public land.
Wow, I didn't know that.
I mean, I could be completely wrong, but that's what I remember.
So we went for the Great American Crawl. They did it different this year. Last year they came to Albuquerque, down south to Caballo and Cruces and Trackways.
Well, we did Catemsi, or yeah. 2 years ago.
Oh, that was 2 years ago?
2 years ago for the Great American Crawl.
What did we do last year?
Last year it was, it was here.
Caballo?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, just at Caballo.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So, are you sad that it didn't come back? Does it matter?
Well, I like it when it's here.
I do too.
I mean,
it makes the drive easy.
Well, when it's here, the 2 times it's been here, we've been
right, but we got to participate this time.
No, we were trail bosses.
No, I mean in Catemsi we got to participate.
Participating.
Right? When it comes here, we have to work.
Right.
So, where do we stand with that? Do we? I mean, I don't really mind the work.
Well, one thing that they did is they split the groups up. Though they were planning for larger groups and splitting them and making them smaller, which is cool. And so I think maybe that was one of that event is evolving, right? And so maybe that's one of the things, because when we were leading trails last year and we had 30 plus rigs both days on the trail. That's a big group.
That's a big group.
And then when we did this one this past weekend, it was, I think we started with 15 rigs, right?
Yeah, and it went down pretty quickly.
Yeah, and it went to about half of that.
Yeah.
So, at least on day 2. Anyways, good times.
Right. So working back, like I said, to the front, Sand Hollow. I don't think there's any question about ever going back there. We will go back just about any chance that we get.
Yeah, I mean it's fun.
Yeah, I mean it's it's great company. Kevin was great. Jeremy's great. Everybody, we were out there. We got a list of people. But man, it was just
Lori, Evan, Tony, Glenn, Jason,
Greg.
Shane, Anthony, Greg, Jinx.
Yeah, I mean it was just a great meeting people. It's such a great time out there. Kevin's super patient with us even still, and really helping us continue to learn, right? Like that's been great, and just learning how our vehicles work even more and becoming a better driver. So, I just can't thank you enough, right? Jeremy for, like I said, getting older and having us out there, but Kevin helping us get better. But yeah, I mean, I there's a couple parts I hate about Sand Hollow, but other than
the sand,
the fucking sand is terrible.
Everything else, the rock is awesome.
Well, I'm not a big fan of the fins, but these guys took me up a fin, and because Kevin was riding with you, and you knew it was going to be bad. Told him, oh, man. But yeah, it was a great trip. Both sides of it.
Not that bad. Not that bad.
It was a good thing I wore my brown pants that day. So yeah, I mean, I think it was great. I'm looking forward to going back out there. I don't know. I don't really know if we have a next plan at this moment. I got a lot of work stuff coming up in April that's kind of messing everything up.
We're going to try to go to Farmington in April.
Yeah. Yeah, that's going to be our plan. It just kind of depends on what my work does. But I'll probably figure out a way to do it. Like, fuck work. I mean...
Hey, man. Chick-fil-A's hiring.
Can't afford to do what I like to do at their... Why would you put that evil on me? Man, you're trying to goat me into...
You might have to rob a bank to keep wheeling, but... what else is going on? Oh, we had this idea.
Which one?
For the Boomer Bash. We're going to, make soft shackles for everybody.
Oh, yeah.
And then we realized that's...
Turns out making the actual shackle itself is pretty involved. And
if you want to do it right.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, we thought that doing right was important.
Instead of novelty, it actually will be useful.
The consequences for having a shitty shackle, a shitty soft shackle. Say that 5 times fast.
Yeah, this is coming from the guy that loves his $7 Amazon ones.
Hey, those things served me well.
And
for the time that they were in service. And I actually took them out of service out of an abundance of caution.
I don't think they were done right either.
Yeah, they were.
Those knots were right?
Yeah, they weren't like your Home Depot soft shackle.
I think they were like my Home Depot soft shackle.
I don't think so.
Which worked great. We used it.
Yeah, I mean, everything's cool until it's not, right? Everything's...
Yeah, so... so we'll have some soft shackles one of these days with the branded Crawl USA on it. That'd be cool.
Yeah, because, old guys don't sit around and whittle anymore on the porch.
Yeah, apparently we make soft shackles. We
were going to... You had something to say about those folks that spray painted those...
Oh, are we going to get into this?
Signals on the trail.
Man,
What was that?
Look, apparently this is bad. Trail Hero on Instagram posted a picture that someone spray painted the rocks. Man, and I'm really looking forward to some of you guys' comments just to see what you guys say. But somebody spray painted PS with an arrow, right? And I believe it was Papa Smurf Trail, right? Showing where to get into it.
I don't think it was one mark. I could be mistaken. I think it was more than
one.
No,
I agree. I think there were several markings, but they weren't. I don't feel that they were like tagging or a mess or man. Why are we getting into this?
Well,
we're okay. We got a few minutes.
I disagree. I think it's bullshit. I don't think anybody should do that.
Yeah, because you know how to read a fucking map.
Well,
that was their point. And look, I'm not saying it's wrong, but man, for me, those visual cues are very important. Like, I get that you're supposed to follow the black on the rock, but sometimes...
Well, there's a lot of different people with a lot of different abilities making black marks out there.
Yes,
right?
That's part of it.
Yeah, so you could follow some black tire tracks and end up on a
yeah, and to
a
be
13
honest,
or 14 where
I don't know what a black mark is, right? If we look at this picture here, right, there's some black marks going up over there, right? I'm gonna take this with me. That is kind of a black mark right there in the bottom corner. I don't know if you can see that on camera, but...
Yeah, those are optional buggy lines. Don't do those.
Yeah, I'm dumb. With a PS with an arrow that says go up there, It's not crazy for me. And like, I get it. It probably leads to more problems. And, we talked about it. Like, at Wolf Caves, maybe at Katimsi, I don't even remember. But at Wolf Caves, for sure.
Not at Katimsi, but at Wolf Caves, yeah, there's spray paint all over.
Everything's marked.
But it's
yellow.
private, and it's the park doing it, right? They're the ones.
So is there something wrong with spray painting? What is this, a national park, a state park? State park?
State park. I don't even know if that's part of the state park, but it's public land.
This is public land.
Yes, it is.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Because under the tunnel is state park. Once you come across, it's public.
Mm-hmm.
That's why we can go in we can enter it from the back. Man, what was that trail we did at Katimsi?
Oh, back door.
Oh, man, you should have seen Scott shoving that big black Jeep up that back door.
Anyway.
So it's public land. Is it wrong to spray paint on public land?
Yeah, it is.
Is that written down somewhere?
Yeah, probably. Yeah, I mean, you're defacing, right? It's graffiti. I mean, look, man, get Onyx, get trails off it.
I tried.
Just.
I downloaded it and I got the free trial for 7 days, and I was still lost.
Yeah, I think what we do. Look, we don't just go out. We go out there with somebody that knows their way around.
Right.
Because we don't know our way around there yet.
I don't know that. I will never know my way around out there, first of all.
No, it's not that complicated.
Yeah, it is. Because which side of this do you go up? When you get into the sand, which side of the sand do you come down? Right? I know the lake's there. You just follow it. But look, I followed you over that sand dune.
Yeah.
Remember? And then I got stuck and everybody's like, stop, and then back up and go around because you went.
Well, that was different. I was following Caitlin. And then when I followed, Kevin was like, I'm sorry. Shouldn't have come this way. Like,
yeah, but if there was an arrow.
Can you get out?
If there was an arrow, I would have known. That's all I'm saying. Like, it wasn't crazy spray painting. It wasn't.
No, we were just following the leader.
No, I know, but on the one that Trail Hero posted, it wasn't bad. It was very clean looking.
But look, just look at this picture, okay?
Okay.
And then just put a big white spray painted arrow with a couple of big capital letters on it. Like, it fucks everything up. It doesn't like, this is natural. Other than the black marks and the Jeeps and the people.
And the oil and the fucking dip fluid and the U-joints and everything else that's out there.
Yeah, but I mean, spray painting this stuff, come on.
And it wasn't like, it was marked. I think that's my thing, is it wasn't spray painted. It was marked.
With what? With chalk?
No, with spray paint, but it was marked. It wasn't like...
So if it was marked with spray paint...
Yeah, but when we say spray painted...
painted.
Yeah, but we're inferring that spray painting is like...
Yes, spray painting on shit that's not yours is bad. That's what we're inferring.
I don't know. Like, I mean, I get it, but if you took me out there... Look, where were you that...
If I took you out there, then you got your spray can out and you fucking blasted on the rocks.
Was it Gunlock?
I would say, what the fuck are you doing?
When we went all the way to the top and we missed the turn and had to come back down?
Yeah, a sign there would have been good.
But I'm saying...
But I don't think it should have been spray painted.
You or Kevin or one of you dumbasses said, oh, you should lead us out. Just follow the 2-track. And I was like... You guys are making a bad decision asking me to lead you out.
Well, we did. We followed the 2-track. We just followed it in the wrong direction.
Yeah. To the end of nothing. And that's all I'm saying. In the fucking wind. I'm just saying that it wasn't...
It was at the end of the day. It was, what was it? Like a couple 100 yards that we had to go backtrack. Not a big deal.
Yeah. I'm just saying it wasn't... That's all I'm saying.
I mean, it was a bigger deal because we had a Jeep that was broken and being towed. But
the marking wasn't just egregious and like terrible, and it wasn't tagged. It was just a simple sign. I bet there's fucking national parks and state parks with fucking petroglyphs on them that people go and see because it's so cool. But someone does a little spray paint, and no, we can't do that.
Yeah, well, that was a different time, sir.
Sure was.
Back when those petroglyphs were made. A little different.
I don't even think those fucking things are real.
All right, I think
This is what he does. He gets me riled up, and here we are.
I think that's good for tonight.
I need to shout out Betsy. Thank you for listening. We appreciate our female listeners. We appreciate the feedback too. I don't remember what the feedback was. Did we fix it?
No, we're still doing it.
It's the volume and the edit.
No, I thought you talked about the feedback of just quit.
But thank you, Betsy. That's really great feedback that you told Richard. And it's something that if we didn't fix on the last one, we'll definitely take a look at for this one. So we really appreciate that. We appreciate the comments. I'm excited to see what you guys say about my rant here. We need to come up with a segment name for my rant.
Oh, I have some names. All right.
All right.
Thanks for sticking around this long if you have, and we'll see you out on the trails.
Yeah, thanks, guys.